Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. This week I asked you to submit all of your Arrow and Flash related questions. So much happened. We got to meet the daughter of Ra's al Ghul, and we got to learn all about the cast of the Flash show. Grant Gustin even trolled us with a picture of himself wearing the Flash costume. No joke, this is the actual picture that he posted. I ended up picking 5 Arrow questions and 5 Flash questions with one bonus question about a bunch of spin-offs. If you're finding me for the first time, I do Q&A episodes each time new episodes air. Be sure to subscribe to get everything. Even though there isn't a new episode next week, I'll still think of something fun to do, so don't worry. So Q&A time, let's get going. Question number 1, Seventh Element asks, do you think that Oliver could ever take Deathstroke alone, considering the Mirakuru? If anyone stronger than Deathstroke reveals themselves, how will Oliver stand up to them? That's a bit of a two-part question. No, Oliver could not beat him in a fair fight. He could beat him by fighting dirty. Because of the Mirakuru, Slade has almost limitless stamina, so all he'd have to do is just fight Oliver to stalemate until Oliver became exhausted and couldn't fight anymore. To answer the other part of your question, that's why they don't have crazy superpowered people on Arrow all the time. It would just get ridiculous. Typically, from a narrative standpoint, it's much easier to conceptualize human versus human and superhuman versus superhuman. That's why on the Flash show, you'll probably see some more crazy superpowered people because the Speed Force is a superpower, so obviously the villain has to have superpowers too. Question number 2, Ayush Patel asks, as Flash and Arrow exist in the same universe, what does it mean for Arrow's villains? Will we be seeing supervillains with actual superpowers? And if so, which ones do you reckon will appear on Arrow? Like I just said, no, there probably won't be a lot of superpowered villains on Arrow. It'll be slightly more realistic villains like Slade, enhanced humans, but not superhumans. Question number 3, Callum Butler asks, I know this program is normally on at 9 on Sky One. When does it return in the UK? So the most recent listing I saw for Sky HD was February 20th. That's episode 10, so I would just assume that each episode for the rest of the season will air week to week after that. Question number 4, Amin Christ asks, we saw a sex scene in the end between Ollie and Sarah. What do you expect from their relationship? So, a lot of you guys have been asking about the ships on the show, Elicity, Bellicity, and Oliver and Sarah now. I don't think it's gonna last. Typically, heroes in the comic books don't always get happy endings, or the happy endings you think that they're gonna get. It's a lot more fun to watch a hero rise to the occasion, rise up, and in order to do that, you have to be struck low by a villain. So I think something is gonna happen to break the Canary and Oliver up by the end of the season. I have no idea what that's gonna be, but I am expecting it. Question number 5, Sunny Tyler asks, Birds of Prey. So, is the Huntress coming back, and what about the Oracle? So, I actually have a lot of Birds of Prey news. Careful for potential spoilers because it kind of involves some of the things that are coming after this Birds of Prey episode. So, if you don't want to know anything, just turn the volume down for just a second. So, Birds of Prey is episode 17. That comes right after the Suicide Squad episode. Huntress is coming back. Her character's a little bit different in this season. If you remember, at the end of season 1, whenever she left, Oliver was trying to get her to stop killing people and going all nutters all over the city. She's only gotten worse, so the story is going to be her coming back seeking vengeance. Laurel gets in the middle of that. Sarah jumps in to save Laurel and almost tries to kill Helena. So whenever the Birds of Prey start, they're actually going to start at each other's throats, literally. The creator said during a recent interview, though, they're taking a multi-season arc approach with their story. That implies that we're going to get Birds of Prey in season 3, meaning that Katie Lotz will be the Canary in season 3. I know a lot of people have been wondering whether or not she's going to die this season and Laurel's going to become the Canary. That kind of implies with this Birds of Prey talk that she's not. As a side note, though, in that same interview, they talked about the Deathstroke character in the same way, this multi-season arc, also implying that Slade will be back next season. Okay, so here's where we start on the Flash questions. Number 6, Shelby Larson asks, my friend wants to watch The Flash, but not Arrow. And then in quotations you have, I don't know why. Do you think it would be possible to only watch The Flash or only watch Arrow? Do you need to see both to understand what's going on? Your friends are silly. You should tell them to drink the Kool-Aid and watch Arrow too. But no, they don't have to worry about that. The show will be designed so that anybody can just jump on during season 1 and understand what's going on. They won't have to have read the comic books or watched Arrow or even know anything about the characters. Question number 7, Mitchell Knights asks, what will the Flash suit look like? Short answer, like the new 52 version. There might be a few things they alter just a little bit, but Jeff Johns said that they are sticking very close to that red suit in the comic books. The real big question to ask, though, is how the suit is going to work in execution. Is it going to be like Oliver's Arrow suit? Is he going to have to literally put the pants on, or crawl into that fabric? I'm guessing that the Vibe character at Star Labs is going to be his friend, and he'll help him design a suit that will work at super speed. Question number 8, Ralph C. asks, about the race bending for the West characters and possible Wally West character. What do you think? No, I don't care about that kind of stuff, and I don't think it matters. If they find an actor that's perfect for a role, they will change characters sometimes just to make it work. As for Wally West, they haven't cast that character yet, but given that they're sticking pretty close to the comic books, I think it's fair to say that he'll show up on the show eventually. Question number 9, Hero Danny Phantom asks, do you think that Barry will have his own team like Oliver's team on Arrow? It'll be a lot like Arrow during season 1. You remember, Oliver basically was the vigilante on his own for a little while. Then eventually he told Diggle, and then eventually Felicity after that. So Grant Gustin will slowly build his team. Obviously I'm expecting Detective West and Iris West to be on that team, and eventually the Vibe character too. Question number 10, Summer Bradshaw asks, several questions, I mashed them all up into one. Hal Jordan, Green Lantern meet up, other Jeff Johns characters and whatnot, like Gorilla Grodd and Rogues Gallery. So you had a ton of great questions, so I tried to mash my answer up into one big thing. No, there won't be any Green Lantern, just because this is a Flash show, so obviously they have to establish that character first before Green Lantern can exist in it. But given that Jeff Johns is heavily involved in the creative, look for Easter eggs in the background. There will definitely be a lot of fun stuff that they'll slip in. As for the villains, Gorilla Grodd really feels like a big Season 2 type villain. As for the rest of Season 1, I am expecting other people from the Rogues Gallery to show up. You know, Captain Cold, he's obviously a major Flash villain. He has to come at some point. Just for reference though, Danielle Panabaker will probably be the first supervillain that he actually fights. It just depends on when she gets her powers. Either she has them at the beginning of the show, or she gets them in the first couple of episodes. I'm expecting Rick Kuznet's Professor Zoom character to hide in the shadows for most of the season though. This week's bonus question also comes from Summer. She asked about spin-off shows. A lot of you have been asking about spin-offs. So there's Young Justice and Suicide Squad. Right now, the only thing that's really seriously been discussed is Suicide Squad, because some of those characters have been on Arrow already. Young Justice would require several other characters to show up first. It really just depends on how well The Flash does, and if Arrow continues to get picked up. Thanks so much for submitting questions, guys. This was a lot of fun, as always. Remember, Arrow is going to be off the air for about 3 weeks, so I will do something fun next week. Be sure to subscribe to get whatever it's going to be. And don't forget, Walking Dead is back this Sunday. There's also a special Game of Thrones video that I'm going to be doing. They're doing some special behind-the-scenes stuff. So, big stuff coming on Sunday. Right now, click here to learn all about the new Flash show. I just did my first preview. And click here to get my most recent Arrow video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys tonight. High fives.